Truly opinionated, we do it for the culture. A group of minds.
Welcome to the Top Podcast, where there's a lot of truth, just as many opinions. I'm your humble host, IV, aka Sweet Brother Noomsy. Please say the Noomsy. You know I got the gang with me.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Crown Vic.
Yerp. What it do, baby? It's your boy, Mr. Durag himself, just stuck in the building.
Hey, family. It's your girl, J Meeks.
What's up with it? It's your boy, D Carey, a.k.a. Carry These Nuts, a.k.a. I'm dope as fuck. What's up?
We are the Top Podcast, truly opinionated people. Thanks for tuning in. The Doug Rags, they coming soon?
They coming soon. Stay tuned.
Sponsor.
I almost forgot my shit. Fucking with you. So we got a great episode. Episode 4, man. Like, I hate to start off on a sour note, but definitely got to pay respects to the legend, man. John Witherspoon recently just passed away, man. Legend in the game, comedy, actor. He's been in some of your favorite movies, you know, at least some of mine. Fridays, Boomerang. What else he was in?
The Wayans Brothers.
The Wayans Brothers.
My favorite.
The Boondocks.
The Boondocks,
a lot
for
of people,
sure.
a lot of the younger generation got on him with the Boondocks. I mean, a lot of cult classics, but yeah, he passed away.
That was you.
Yeah, that was me.
He passed away recently, man, and it was just definitely a shock to a lot of people. He was just in Richmond like a couple of weeks ago, like at the Funny Bone. He had a couple of dates, and I didn't get to see the show, but I've seen him live in person before. He's funny. He was a very funny guy. He did his character, the Pops character. That's, what he was known for off the Wayne show. So that was like
Bang, bang,
his
bang.
thing, bang, bang, bang.
Right.
That was my love going bang, bang, bang. You better run. But yeah, he was funny, man. Like it's just a crazy thing. Dude was 77. So I mean,
That's
lived
pretty young.
a good life. But
Yeah.
I mean, still, it's one of those things like, dang, man, you didn't think, it would be him. What are y'all thoughts on that? Like, any favorite characters he did in movies? What's your favorite?
Friday
John
for me. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
Friday.
I would watch Wayans Brothers like back to back. BET would show that John on the
Yeah.
Saturday morning, one back to
Reruns.
back. But Friday for me, like he had some really legendary moments in those movies that we still recite. So,
Right.
Yeah.
that
Put
was
some hot sauce in my burrito,
Baby.
baby.
Right. The meme said, I need everybody to put hot sauce on their burrito this week.
Oh, your day off. But yeah, man, shout out to, rest in peace to the
Rest
GOAT,
in
man.
peace.
He was like the grandfather of
Right.
just entertainment. Like,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
what just blows me a little bit is that, I don't know if y'all know, but maybe it was a couple of months back.
There was
There
a
was a-
meme. I was about to bring that up.
Well, no, I was talking about there was a false
Yeah,
source
that said that he
saying
passed away.
So when I
Oh.
first saw this, I was like, hell no. But then it started popping up everywhere. And then even on
Wow.
the
Yeah,
news.
this was
Oh,
a couple
wow.
months back.
Yeah,
Because
it was
we shared it with
recently.
each other. And like,
We were
what?
like,
Is this
hell
real?
no.
I
Yeah,
didn't even
so
see
that's
that.
just
I
what
didn't know
kinda
that. But
blew me.
I wouldn't be surprised because that's always a thing. It's like,
It's
what I'm
like
saying?
an
They'll-
eerie
especially
thing.
if
It's
somebody
like they'll predict
older,
something
Yeah.
and
they're
then-
like such and such passed. I'm like, that's why I don't really believe nothing until I see it on Google.
That's,
Like,
yeah.
if I see it on
true.
Google, like,
It's true.
I don't care. Social media, I don't believe nothing right away. Excuse me. But yeah, man, like, I think my favorite movie is gonna shock a lot of people. I mean, Friday's a given. That's a classic.
Right.
He was, excellent on Wayans Brothers. I think my joints is a tie. It's between Boomerang, his scene in Boomerang, and
Vampire
then he had a
Brooklyn.
scene Vampire Brooklyn, man. Like,
Vampire
That
Brooklyn
joint-
goes.
every time I see that particular scene where he describing the dog, like, that joint is funny, man. Flip flopping and shit. I was like, yo, this nigga is stupid, dog.
Crazy.
Like, but yeah, man, you could tell how much he was loved too. All the top comedians from Martin to Chris Tucker, I think Cedric posted, like, everybody was on their social media just, giving him respect. Because I mean, he had been around for a minute, like a minute. I mean, he was on Richard Pryor's show back in the day, so like he definitely put in work. You know what I'm saying, in the industry. And he just what he represented as far as like a positive father figure role. He always played that role well, like Pops. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's something that's like missing from TV. Like we already don't really have the sitcoms like that no more.
That's true.
So it's like that void that he filled was very important. But definitely, man, you know, his legacy gonna live on. The movies, we're gonna continue to watch them and laugh probably laugh harder now. You know what I'm saying? So definitely just wanted to start the show by just paying respects to the great
Absolutely.
John Witherspoon, man. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
So NCAA, I know we touched on this before, but it's official. It seems official.
It seems
official. That's the main word. It seems official.
Yeah, you want to bring us up to speed on that, bro?
Yeah, they the NCAA approved the pay for play. It's pretty much, you know, players can get paid for their likeness and stuff in college. I haven't heard when it's supposed to come into effect, because when the states that were wanting to do it, it was like 2023. I think the NCAA did it to get the government out, because the government was going to help with that. Excuse me. The NCAA is doing it now because I think they want to control the whole thing, which I think is going to be bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, because why not just let, you know what I'm saying, the states do it? But okay, if you want to allow all the schools to do it, cool. But don't try to put a cap on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a player can only get this amount of money, because at the end of the day, you're making all of this money on these college students. Like, if I'm a top athlete and I can't buy food because I'm broke, but I'm got all these people in your stadium and wearing jerseys, that, nah, bro, that's bullshit. So hopefully, you know, everything comes into fruition in 2023 or 2021, but we'll see.
And this is across the board.
This is across the board. So it's not just the states. So it's like California, Florida, North Carolina. Like, states were getting on board, but the government was involved too. But now the NCAA, they accepting it. They're like, yeah, all the schools can do that or whatever. So, like I said, we'll see. Like,
So go ahead.
It's a really big thing, and I really hope that they do it right. But based off their history, their track record,
don't
they
believe
do.
that.
Yeah, it's just like they so corrupt. I feel like they're just gonna try to regulate shit. Or like he said, you can only make this amount, or if you make this amount, we take away this scholarship, or whatever the case may be. And I hope that that's not the case. But like you said, we'll see.
It's definitely going to be
Some type of caveat.
some type of cap, some type of
That's how
restriction.
that's how I'm feeling.
You know what I'm saying? What did they mean? Because I was reading up on it too as well. They said something about as long as you follow the collegiate
standards.
Collegiate standards.
Right.
Like, what are they?
I don't know what they mean.
What are
by
their?
that.
What's
I
their?
kind of took from that they just basically, you know, any college athlete, you know, you have to maintain a grade point average. You have to maintain basically like I guess like an image, a positive image. You can't be like irate and out here.
But you can't have a job. That's the thing. Like,
You can't.
Oh, so you cannot
cannot
work.
have a job.
hell no. You can't have
that
a job.
changes everything.
Because that's the thing. When you're playing, especially Division I, you don't have time to do that. Like,
Right.
literally, every day, you're waking up, watching film, going to class over, you eat, go to practice, watch more film, go to bed, do the same
That's
shit every
it.
day.
So I guess
Like,
that
you don't have
kind of
time.
resolves the complaint of not being able to get any type of
It-
money because you're so busy you can't work.
Yeah,
So now
it's a
you're able to
job.
capitalize off of
Mhm.
your likeness.
College
Yeah.
lifestyle is a struggle anyway. So I don't
Yeah.
see how these guys, before this had been brought to the table, how were they making a living? They were just, I guess they were
They weren't.
relying on tuition reimbursement, their parents. Like, I
But
don't.
that's the
Well, a lot
thing.
of them
A lot of
probably
them-
also got scholarships,
True.
like athletic scholarships.
Yeah, but
Not all, but
you can't buy nothing because you got to.
oh no, you can't. But that absolves a lot of tuition, room and board, things like
Mhm.
that.
I forgot what year, but I know it was a while ago. Like, it was players from Ohio State. They had got in trouble because they sold their jerseys and stuff, like all their memorabilia from having a real good season, to pay for tattoos. Because it's like they had no money, and then somebody snitched and they got in trouble. Like,
Oh, wow.
bro, like I'm in Ohio. I'm in these big universities, making all this money for y'all, and I want to go get a tattoo. I ain't got money, so I got to sell my jersey. Like,
Something you probably didn't want to do in the
Dude,
first place.
Yeah, they shouldn't have to
Yes.
even resort to that.
you shouldn't be broke. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I
So
mean,
do you-
go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you think it's more cons than there are pros, or
to going to college or
no?
To this.
this.
The light. Yeah, I definitely think that this is going to be more of a pro than a con.
Okay,
It may be some cons to it, but I think it's more of a positive than it is a negative.
think
And what
so,
I was
too.
going to say too, also, I think that this is actually going to be promoting to a lot of young athletes because they start really scouting in high school.
Yeah.
So I really think that it's going to push a lot of these athletes to want to go to college
Yeah.
even more. Then I think it's still maybe a few athletes that might just get drafted right out of high school, but I think the chances of them actually going to college now, they're going to be looking at it more as an option because of this.
A lot of them go, like AAU for basketball, for instance. A lot of them go overseas now because if you can make
That's the new
100,000,
You have the
100,000,
incentive.
you know what I'm saying? Instead of going to college and you're going to get drafted, well, I'm going to college. Like Ben Simmons that
Melo.
plays for the 76ers, he went to LSU. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
they were like, he got in trouble. He couldn't play in the March Madness because he never went to class. He said, "Well, I'm going to class for. I'm gonna be the number 1 draft pick. I don't need school, bro. Like y'all forced me to come here. I didn't want to come here."
See, that's what I don't want to happen. I know you said it will kind of show, these drafts, they're going to want to go to college, but I don't want them to lose sight of education at the same time. Like, I don't want them to go, "Oh, I'm going to college because I know by my likeness, when I get popular, I'm going to get paid." And then it's like, fuck school. I'm not going to class. I don't
There's
want
no
that
plan
to
B
happen.
or C. What you mean? Like as far as them just having like
Them just solely being sold on, I'm going to the, I'm going to the NBA or I'm going overseas.
But that's
I
few and
don't
far
like
in
that.
between because everybody knows everybody's not going to the league.
Yeah,
So
when you
The
go.
top guys, they know they're going to the league. Like
So when we talk about the likeness, are we talking about those top guys or we're just talking about any level?
it's
any level.
Yeah,
Any student athlete.
Okay.
can
But
get
it's gonna
paid.
it's any level, but the top guys are going to get top money.
Of
'Cause they're
course.
gonna-
Okay.
Everybody's
I mean-
going to want them. I need, can you wear these shoes? Can you do this? Can
This
you?
commercial,
know what I'm saying?
this
Yeah. So
advertisement,
the
yeah.
top guys are always going to get paid. They're going to get looked out for. So.
Yeah, I will say this though, like for my fellow gamers out there, by them passing this, you get paid for your likeness. NCAA football,
Be back.
you gotta come back. For
Mm,
y'all that don't know, it's basically like Madden, but
Right.
with college football.
football. Yep.
Mhm.
The problem was they was getting sued because the college athletes wasn't getting
paid to be in these video games.
for their
okay.
likeness. So now that's
Oh,
been
wow.
approved.
Now, this
that
is,
may be
this is big here.
That's
You
what
know,
Y'all
I'm
done
saying.
shared a whole
A
lot of like, this
possibility,
is
so.
terrible.
It's
This
big
should have
business.
been a thing.
It's big business, man.
Yeah, I don't
It's
play
big
video
business.
games much, so I don't know much about who's on the leagues or whatever in Madden. But if they are using these college athletes in video games, they need
They
to be
should be
cutting a
paid.
check.
But just think about it. Some of these college stadiums have 60,000 seats.
Mm-hmm.
That shit ain't free.
Hell no.
So that's what I'm saying. 60,000 times whatever.
like $100
every-
a ticket. Let's
every
just say $100.
damn Saturday. Who getting all
Yeah.
that money? You think that's what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
shit, a wicked game. Like,
So essentially, it's about time. This is something that
yeah,
should
it's
have been
past- this
happening,
shit
Yeah.
has to.
and so it's
Yeah,
past
definitely.
time. So
That makes me mad.
right,
Definitely. But I mean, like I say, I think it's definitely going to be more of a positive for the student athletes than a negative. So
Yeah.
shout out to the NCAA for making that move. That's big on them. I don't know why I hit that. I just wanted to hit that one. So y'all know I don't really. Well, y'all probably didn't know, but I don't really keep up with love and hip hop like I used to. Especially Hollywood. I don't really watch, but
I don't watch none of that shit.
this particular story just, I mean, you can't escape it. Even if you don't watch Love and Hip Hop as a faithful viewer, you know about this April and Fizz situation.
situation.
April is I don't know her last name.
Her last name is Jones.
April Jones.
And
Yeah.
Omarion's
Miss Jones.
Baby mother.
Baby mother, correct. And she was with Omarion for quite some time.
2 kids.
2 kids by him. Now she is dating. And
She is bumping.
She's in a relationship. Bump.
I had to do.
Bumping with
Man.
Fizz.
bumping with.
Man,
With
listen,
He's
Fizz.
dropped a little.
it makes you kind of wonder.
Oh, he's still a little Fizz.
He's a little fast.
Yeah, let's not get it fucked up. He's a little Fizz.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, they're item now, and that shit is just. And Omarion is like, don't give two fucks.
If unbothered was a person,
Omarion.
Yeah, Omarion like really don't get like he's somewhere meditating right now. Like he just chilling. Like I don't care
with the parrots.
But
You're bad.
yeah, true that.
I saw that picture too.
It kind of makes you wonder, were Fizz and Omarion friends or were they just business partners?
I don't think they were
Asked
friends.
the question.
It makes you wonder. And
But
I don't know. I would never, the homies be off limits though.
Yeah,
That go fake.
even if they weren't friends, Moniece and April had a close enough relationship.
But I kind of expect that from. Now, let me take because they did have a kind of close relationship, but they won't like. I don't even think they was buddy like that. And sometimes I know women can be catty. It can be like a vengeful type thing. Petty. I'm gonna get you back, bitch. But like with the guys, with the bro code, that's something that it's just an understanding. Like we don't do that.
Everybody don't live by the bro.
But we have the same understanding.
The code is
with girl code too.
I believe you. I believe you. But,
okay.
But no, real quick, before you said what I was gonna say was I think. Honestly, and this is my honest opinion, I think that those guys were really friends, especially when they were younger and they were hot. This recent run they just had when they came back together and did the tour, I really think that was business.
That was strictly business.
I think that was business.
They said
Omarion really didn't appear much in Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. You would see him every now and then, but he wasn't really.
I don't even think
much.
He was on there a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was up in there like a couple of years ago. But he did that like one season. He was done with it.
And Fizz showed up way more than him.
Fizz is a regular.
I feel like he depends on
he's a regular.
that Love and Hip Hop check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a regular.
And who knows? What if this is to get publicity? I mean, neither one of them are. What does April do? She advertised for booty cream.
I believe she sings also.
Yeah, she was on a radio show. She was
I cannot name a song.
I mean,
but
I hear she sings.
I know she advertised for booty cream.
But I
did not hear that. So that's funny. So you're serious?
Yeah.
I don't even sound healthy.
Wait till you go to her page.
What's
It's
booty
like
cream?
the butt enhancer cream.
Oh yeah.
Stop looking at me, bro. Give me advertisement.
She got a little butt.
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 Oh my god.
But she was a radio personality at one point. I think
I did not know
well,
that.
she did fill in on Hollywood Unlocked.
Yeah. But that was it didn't last long. It's just a messy situation. They don't look like. I mean, if they genuinely happy together, cool. But just the way they went about doing it, I think they kind of was like, yo, fuck what everybody thinks.
Everybody. Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't got to explain ourselves. I get that.
But you were lying the entire time. You told we're just friends. You said that over and over and over again. And then you come out, we're a little bit more than friends.
That's too close, though.
Did y'all see the recent clip that she put out?
Oh, yeah. She said people
"Why
are so
mad at
mad
me?
because I'm finally getting the dick I want.
Like, bitch, you.
Did she really say it like that?
She talked just like that.
She did. She was like, "Why is everybody so mad? I'm getting the dick I want." Like, bitch, if you...
That's what makes me think that it's like what you said. It's all for show. Because I refuse to believe people really act like this. She's ditzy as hell to me.
But Fizz still breaking the code. So. But
he's breaking the code. She's breaking the code. They're breaking the code all together, and you really got some people out here championing their bullshit.
And I just don't like this. Now, we've talked about this before of how, and I don't know what age group April and Fizz are in, but for real, they are marketed towards the younger generation right now. They watch Love and Hip Hop. Mm-hmm. So again, it's going back to these kids are not respecting street code.
Like it's just us.
No, but I'm saying they're marketed towards the younger generation because they're the one looking at Love and Hip Hop. They like the drama and shit. Yeah, so it's kind of like they're telling them like, it's okay. Who cares?
And not even just street code, just shit that's morally right.
Right, like April, have some respect for yourself as a woman. Come on now, just have some respect for yourself. That's just how I feel about it. And the bros are off limits. And ew, who would even want to? I don't.
But then too, there are children involved on both sides. So keep it a buck and say what it is from jump. Moniece came to her and said, tell me what it is because you're going to be interacting and being around with my child. Right. So let me know what it is from early. And you lied in my face.
And then another thing, she got April has 2 kids, boy and a girl. So it's hard for me to believe that these kids were not familiar with Fizz beforehand.
I mean,
I believe they were.
Him and Omarion. So
well, they weren't. I mean, the kids weren't born when they were in a group, but they were around when they went on tour. So they know that he got some type of affiliation with their dad. Yeah. So you got a little girl looking up to you like, oh, are you gonna fuck my daddy friend? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
It doesn't look good. Fizz definitely messed up the bag. I mean, it's not gonna be another B2K run.
Hell no.
At this point, Raz B was dissing them too. Like the whole group is just, like I say, I think the whole last tour when they got together was Mario and all them. Like I really think that was just a business run. Let's go get this bag one last time, and that was it. It's definitely over now.
But I ain't gonna try to holler at your baby mama though. Like that's still
grimy.
Like
that's love and hip hop, man. That's why I stopped watching that shit. Man. That's the mentality on that shit is wild. Like I don't put nothing past nobody on that show.
In those scenarios on purpose.
Oh yeah, they do.
And it's just
it makes for entertaining television
for them views.
Well, to a certain viewer, because I'm not entertained by the shit.
I used to be. I don't watch it anymore.
Used to be. Yeah,
I never watched it. I was Love and Hip Hop coming on.
Oh, I will watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I may not watch it when it comes out, but I'll record it and watch it later. Yeah, that's my little. That's my guilty pleasure. So,
I think Atlanta is the best.
But Hollywood,
one.
I could do without.
Yeah, I think Atlanta's the best one.
In New York, I might watch that one too. Sometime.
Yeah, and then the Miami one. I'm like, why did they? Even,
they have one of those.
They have Trina's on there. Trina Trick Daddy.
Oh, I did know that. No, I don't watch that one either.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they canceled. I think they canceled Miami.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Did they cancel it?
I think so.
Yeah, but more power to them. Whatever's clever, but yeah, that's definitely not the move.
Definitely not.
Speaking of relationships, let's go into marriage. In this generation, you can say with our generation and working its way down to the younger generation, is marriage what it used to be? Do people view marriage and have it and hold it in a high regard like our parents did, and our parents did? I don't feel so. I feel like marriage is not as serious. It's not taken as serious. I think people do get married for all the wrong reasons.
What are the wrong reasons?
I don't think people at times, and it's not speaking for everybody that's married, I just think that people rush marriage. They feel like, they don't take time to really get to know the person. A lot of the marriages that I have been privy to, having relationships with both parties involved or just one party, somewhere down the line, it's been some type of conflict as far as, I didn't know this about this person, or I didn't know that about them. And the main thing that I notice is money. Money breaks up a lot of happy homes. Whether you married, relationship, money is just not good anyway. It can definitely break up a union. But I just think that, people at times look at marriage and they, either they don't understand it or don't want, some people are like, I'm never getting married or whatever. And few that choose to get married, I don't think that they really took the time to get to know that person and really know what it takes to maintain that marriage. Because it's work. It's work. And I would love for Brother D. Carey to speak on this more, being that.
What now?
Yeah, you know.
Nah, you the only one sitting over here.
Yeah, I'm married.
I'm married.
I'm married. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I feel what you were saying. I don't know. Like I was hearing about from the T.I. and Tiny from Expeditiously podcast. Yeah. They were talking a lot of stuff about marriage and everything. And me personally, I'm like, Tiny was like, okay, her aunt or whoever told her when she was like 15, 16, when you're going to fall in love with a guy, whatever, right? But don't get married for love, get married for security. So, I kind of, had to think to myself like, okay, how do I feel about this? Like, do you? And I even asked my wife that the other day. I was like, do you get married for love, for security? It's like both. what you think? And I was like, both too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you love that person, but at the same time, it's like you want them to have your back. You know what I'm saying? And be secure, whether it's y'all your wife going to work or however y'all system going to be. Like, you want to, but you have to have those guidelines out prior to walking down the aisle saying I do. Like, you have to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, communication is key. Like, you always have to talk. Like how you were saying, marriage is work. Marriage is work. Like, every day it's not going to be peaches and creams. You know what I'm saying? Y'all going to bump heads. Like, that's a given. You're going to bump heads. But you have to know we have to talk. You know, we have to let cooler heads prevail and come back and talk because, excuse me, it's like a lot of people will get married and the first argument or a big blow up, the first thing to think about is I'm getting divorced. And it's like, bro, like you have to, you can't think like
work
that.
At it.
You know what I'm saying? It's work, yo. You can't. Yeah. So it's them vows are for real. Like, you know, until you die, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna ride for you. And as long as you have somebody that's willing to put in that work, you'll be fine. It's a book that I was reading, the 5 love languages and whatnot. I'll tell anybody, relationship, married or not, you should read that book because a lot of times that can avoid a whole bunch of bullshit is finding out your partner's love language. So if you know your partner's love language is spending time, I know me personally, I'm always on the go. So it's like, shit, if I know my wife love language is spending time, sometimes I gotta just slow down. And she may be watching Love and Hip Hop, but shit, let me damn lay on this couch with her. You know what I'm saying? To spend this time.
Right.
And to us, it's like whatever to the fellas, but to your spouse, it's probably like, he sat down here for an hour and watched Love and Hip Hop.
Right. Lifetime, whatever.
Right. That's important. Yeah, and that's important. So it's like, I would tell anybody, relationship, married, read that book. Because if you're having problems in your marriage or relationship, read that book and it'll give you a better understanding. Because I was reading and I was like, damn, yeah, this her. This me. And I think 9 times out of 10, a lot of guys, our love language is physical touch. Because when I was reading that shit, I was like, bro, that's me all day.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Most men, okay. It's physical touch.
No,
where my pen?
I don't know, like how y'all feel.
You ready to take notes?
Like, hold the phone.
I don't see that being too far fetched though. Men, physical touch.
What you say? 5
love languages.
5 love languages.
You know the author.
You can Google that.
Top of my
Find
head,
that
you
on
can Google that.
Amazon.
Okay, write that down.
Yeah, but I mean, to me, marriage is a partnership. So as long as you communicate, like you have to communicate. So
yeah, can't stress that enough.
yeah,
Meets what you was ready.
Well, it was interesting because when I was just kind of looking on the topic, since I knew we were going to discuss it, I came across something that said that marriage has lost much of its social allure, but it remains a desired milestone for about 70% of millennials. So essentially, they say they want to marry, but it's those who have a lower income and lower education who find themselves in a socioeconomic position where they don't feel that they can actually get married. So I thought that was interesting to see. So like when you ask, do we get married? Does our generation even care about getting married? They care about getting married, but are they in the position that they feel that they want to be financially and, you know, socially to actually make that happen? But then what I also saw to the contrast is those who are in a higher income bracket and higher levels of education, they actually are getting married, you know, like as if this is not even an issue for us to even talk about.
Right. I can see that. And you know, back in the day, you know, I don't know, it was a tradition if the bride's parents or
the father is supposed
the
father of the bride is supposed to pay for
you know, the parents of the bride and groom at times would, you know, chip in.
Mm-hmm.
That's
not happening.
That's not happening no more. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely
a lot of people don't have it.
Yeah,
to
contribute to
do
any
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that you know, if check this out, if you want to get married and you 100% sure about it, it's no doubt in your mind this is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Excuse me, I say go for it. And with that being said, you don't need no big extravagant wedding. Because first and foremost, when you start going over that who we inviting, that list is gonna get shorter and shorter. Trust and believe.
The entitlement that goes around that list that you're talking about is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think, initially people were like, yeah, I want such and such here and I want such and such here. But when you sit and think about it, how many people do I really need?
Right. Because most people just coming to be nosy.
Right. And this is our day. So you that's a special day. You know what I'm saying? Dion can tell you don't want any and everybody at your wedding. Like that's a sacred day.
Right. Who's Chance the Rapper?
It was a Chance the Rapper said, if I don't want anybody
at my wedding who's not going to be there for my marriage.
I thought that was important.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. If I can't call on you, or just if you're not even in my circle enough where once I'm married that you're going to be around, what you at my wedding for?
Right.
Yeah.
And that go for family too.
Yeah.
It's mostly family. Let's
I don't discriminate.
Pinpoint that.
Yeah, my family going to be in my wedding, not relatives. It's a difference.
Simple.
That
is a
huge difference.
Yes,
I remember when we were saying our vows, and then the minister was like, everybody that's here, make sure if you see them going through a rough patch, you remind them of this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's like for real, for the people that you want to come to your wedding, make sure they're gonna hold you up. Like, hey, bro, remember them vows? You know what I'm saying? So if I see you slipping, like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get in your business, but remember them vows, dog. Like, trust me. You know what I'm saying? And I done had older guys, like I talked to a lot of older guys, just, you know what I'm saying, get on game. And like I done had one tell me, it's like, look, man, at the end of the day, I don't care, the prettiest girl, whoever, is gonna get on your nerves. So it's no perfect girl out here. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking for that perfect person, it's never gonna happen. Like you're going to, it's a clash. It's two people. It's a man and a woman. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have conflict. You're going to clash, but you have to communicate. As long as you know she loved me, I love her, and at the end of the day, we want this to work. You all right. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gotta be scared. Like,
so a question to the fella. Well, a question to you, Dion, because you're married. What is the whole thing with guys basically giving themselves limitations or deadlines before they went? Oh, I want a house, or I want to make this salary, or I want to, I want to do this, that, and third before I get married.
A lot of guys, we think about the finances because we, want to provide for our family. We don't want to step out there and not be able to provide. You know what I'm saying? But you have to have that conversation, because if you're like, okay, I'm not making the money I want to make. If your woman is saying like, look, I understand that we don't have to live amongst your means. We don't have to do no extravagant ass wedding. We have to do this. We have to do that. If you got somebody that's gonna ride for you, you be like, all right, well, the ball is kind of in your court, bro. Like, but the man is still like a very good man is still gonna think about finances, because if my wife don't have it, I have to have it. So that's not really an excuse for that.
Real spill. And I'm not married, but if I can chime in on that, I've been in a
long-term
relationship for a while now, and that's been part of the reason why I haven't made that step yet. A big part of the reason. I think initially for me, growing up the way I did, my dad was around, so I'm not, saying that he wasn't, but primarily it was a single parent household. So I was just used to me and moms, you know what I'm saying? And I'm the only child at that. So, and the brief time that they were married when I was around, it wasn't good. Their personalities just, two Leos, it clashed, and it was to the point where it was volatile. Like somebody had to walk away.
Okay.
Somebody was going to seriously get hurt. So, and make a long story short, that played with my mind going into adulthood. It was like one of those things where I didn't have a good imagery on marriage. So it was like one of those things that when in my younger years, I was just like, I was very nonchalant to it. I had a lot of negative outlook, but being with my significant other for as long as I've been with her, I was able to change my mindset. But it got to a point where, like Dion was saying, being able to provide. You always worried about finances. And, sometimes I'm going to just be honest and blunt. Like when your lady makes more money than you, at times that can have a little weight on your mind And from a male standpoint, it's an ego thing.
Yeah.
It's an ego
Which I
thing.
can understand.
And it's one of those things that you kind of have to
put aside. Put
your pride to the side. Outgrow.
Come on, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you how the male thinks.
I feel you. I hear that a lot.
So,
but from the woman's perspective is, I'm with you. I'm here. So you have to think about all of those things regardless of the fact, because we're in a relationship and we're living together.
Facts.
It's no different.
Facts. I will say what has helped me get to the point where, because I think I'm ready now. I really think that I'm ready to make that step. And it's
if you ask me, I'm ready.
all right. It's coming. It's coming for sure. I mean, for the people that's been asking me, yo, when you gonna get married? When you gonna get married? You'll know. Okay, because don't get me wrong, I can tell the difference. I can tell when somebody's genuinely asking and when somebody just want to be nosy, or when somebody, you ain't made the, what's taking so long? I'm on my time, not yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let nobody rush me. That's one thing you know about IV. I don't move at nobody else's pace but mine. But at the end of the day, sometimes, like I said, I can tell when it's a genuine, like, yo, I think it's about time for y'all, or somebody just want to kind of speed your process up. But
how y'all ladies feel?
I was about to ask, how long does it take someone to realize I want to spend the rest of my life with this person? A man,
it
okay?
Depends.
Now, females, we usually,
we
got our minds made up.
Don't y'all be wanting to get married? Like, I guess, especially if you have like kids with somebody, you kind of want to.
Well, to be completely honest with you, and we go back to our childhoods, my parents were in sort of like an agreement, like a union, marriage was never on the table. Marriage was, not to me, marriage was never a thought. Yeah. So, for a while, I grew up just like, I'm an independent woman and I don't need a man. And I was in relationships, but marriage was just never a route that I went down. Now that I'm
give a fuck about
shut up. I am turned over a new leaf. No, but now as I'm older, it's older, and I'm kind of trying to break generational curses. Yeah. I'm like, I do. I want to be a bride. I want to be someone's wife. I want to be, I want to lock in our love, basically. And again, for love and security, because if I'm not just for me security, but for him too. If you are providing and you're doing this, wouldn't you
make the ultimate commitment?
Right. That's all it takes. And again, how long?
It depends.
I mean, that's a conversation you gotta have though.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for real, like, I mean, girls, a woman will wait for a nigga, but at the same time, it's the longer she waits. To me, anyway, I think the longer she waits, the more she'll start just doubting it, and then it's
she's gonna eventually walk away.
Check out.
Eventually,
you don't want mentally before anything else.
Yeah.
So. Oh yes. When we.
When the light switches off.
Yeah, when that mental gone, y'all just know the feet gonna follow. Walk up out of there. Yeah, but
I think niggas know. Like, they know for real. It's just whether they want to just, all right, let me stop playing games. And then, like, that's it. Like, that's really on them at that point. But niggas know.
Yeah. Both parties know.
You know when you got a good one.
Yeah. Like, both parties know. Like I say, I just think it depends on those two people's dynamic and their understanding, and having, like you said, having those talks and communicating with each other. What's the plan here? What are we doing?
Right.
Because it's not always on the male. Sometimes a woman can change her mind or be like, I don't know if we ready. It could be a little pullback on her end as well. Social media and marriage, like, it don't go hand in hand to me. But in this day and age, that's the era, that we live in. Social media is unescapable.
In what way? What do you mean?
Means everybody's on their phone.
For temptation.
Oh, I thought you were saying like
I mean, in what context do you mean?
Temptation.
Like, okay, temptation.
Temptation, and just, it still got to be some type of understanding too, not just from a temptation standpoint, but being a married union or couple, and both of you have social medias. I mean, it's certain things is just that you were doing as being single should stop.
Oh, definitely. That's no question.
Is it safe to say that, if y'all can't come to that agreement, that shouldn't be no social media?
If that's what y'all come to agreement as. I mean, like, I think he's speaking from a dude standpoint, like, regardless, married or not, men, we move with our eyes. So married or not, if you see a fat ass walking past, you're gonna look at this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
So it's like, but I'm saying like, I think some guys be like, wait till I get it out my system. Like my nigga, it ain't never gonna get out your system, bro.
Right.
This shit is an everyday struggle. Like you have to, but this is, you know what I'm saying? It's work. Like it's every day. You got to be like, look, you know what I'm saying? Every day I walk out this door, I'm gonna be on point. I don't care who the hell it is. Like, I don't care how bad she is. Like, nah, shot, I'm going to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Because really, some men and women, you married, your wife married, people don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She's still going to get DMs. You still going to get DMs. You can get them likes or them certain comments with the eyes. Like, bruh, like, come
people
on,
really
like,
don't.
You know I'm married, my
well,
nigga.
See,
like,
at that point, when you have people disrespecting your marriage,
But
if they plainly see that you're married, then that's something that you got to like block. Not necessarily got to get rid of your social media, but you have to either check these people or block, unfollow, whatever.
I mean, it's a deep.
So it's true that men are as faithful as their options.
What?
So, yeah, you never heard that saying.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that bullshit.
Because you were saying,
you said like
it's a given men move with their eyes. And
I mean, if you see something walk by, it's not like you can close your eyes, but damn, I'm gonna walk around with my eyes closed all damn day. Nah, she's an attractive woman, but that's the thing. A lot of guys with social media, with all the scrolling and stuff, that's when that shit start playing in your mind.
But so, Ivan, are you saying that the social media should like be ceased for both parties when you're married only, or are you talking about also in a committed relationship?
No, it depends on the understanding or if you have an agreement with your partner. If that's an agreement that y'all come to that social media is not best for y'all relationship, then I don't think you should have it. But some people can balance it. Like, I mean, me and mine, we both have social media. It's not an issue. It's not a problem. And let's be realistic. Like I said, if you see something you like, it happens. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're grown enough and adult enough to understand it, but there's no disrespecting going on. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Like I said, I just think it depends on that understanding, communication, not just in a marriage. It starts in a relationship, so it should move over into the marriage. That's the biggest thing: communication, trust. Just holding each other accountable. But I will say, like I said, social media does more to hurt the relationship in marriage than it does to help. To me,
what kind
in my personal opinion.
Social media got your bitch.
Instagram got your bitch. You got your bitch. But I mean, hey, like I said, this is one of those topics. Like, it can go either way. But I mean, I'm all for marriage. I just think that once again, make sure you get married for the right reasons. Take your time, deliberate, make sure that you're not rushing anything just for the sake of whether it's an age thing or, you just going with your gut. I love her, man, or he loved me, and y'all ain't known each other but 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Give each other time. Like, really know who you're dealing with.
I definitely agree. Give each other time. Know who you're dealing with. I will add that women have a biological, like, we biologically have a clock.
Yeah, I get that.
So if we want things like kids, etc., men don't really have a biological motivation to.
I'm gonna move on.
All right, I'm not gonna be in this relationship with this woman for 10 years and then say, "Oh, let's get married." Whereas women have that biological clock that's like, okay, I'm 30, okay, I'm 35. Yeah, my eggs are about scrambled right now, and
not scrambled.
No, seriously, bro.
I feel you. That's
y'all can continue to, produce for as old as y'all get. Seed might not come out as good or as viable, but still. Oh my God,
he is disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Sorry.
I'll definitely say though, like,
no amount of money would have made me go on Flavor of Love.
Before you, I guess if y'all in that conversation, I don't know, like, whether you go to church or not. I don't know, but I would say definitely do like a marriage counseling.
Thank you.
Because
all of them are supposed to do that. Whoever officiates it is supposed to suggest counseling beforehand.
I don't know.
I always thought that you're supposed to have marriage counseling.
If you get married, that is just of the peace. You got
I
know some people. What I'm saying, if you're actually having to officiate a ceremony, they usually.
I mean, I don't think so, but I would say
Oh, I don't.
Because if you're not doing it at a church, I don't think you have to do it. I think some ministers would just be like, all right, I'm going to give you my fee and whatever. But I'm not a minister. I don't know. I would just say do the classes. Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
get that counseling, y'all.
Yeah.
Put
it all on the table. See if she really the one.
Right. But shout out to everybody that's married out here, man, and definitely withstanding, marriage and really putting their best foot forward. My brother here and everybody else I know that's married, shout out to y'all, man, because it's not easy, especially in this day and age, but it can be done. So, like I said before, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Keeping it on the relationship topic, well, kind of, sort of. YG.
Wait, what?
He's with Kalani.
Oh,
YG's with Kalani.
Man.
But we're going to go past that a little bit. Shout out to, I just wanted to mention that because I like Kalani. I like them as a couple. I think they dope. They both a little wild.
Yeah, he wilding though.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about bruh.
But YG.
YG
400. He had an incident in one of his shows.
Mm-hmm.
He invited a fan on stage. And the fan didn't say what YG wanted to say.
Well, babe, no. Everyone was chanting "Fuck Trump," and he noticed him in the crowd not saying anything. So he called him up on.
He thought he was anti-Trump.
He said, I'm gonna need, on the count. What did he say? On the count of three, I need you to say fuck Trump. And he said, no, I'm not saying it. He said, get your ass off my stage, man. You a Trump
kicked him out the show.
Yeah, he kicked him out the show.
He was job pissed. Like,
yeah.
He wanted security to put hands on dude after that. Everybody know YG has been one of the main hip hop artists that to speak out against Donald Trump. He had the whole song with Nip, R.I.P. Fuck Donald Trump. I love that song. I love it. Not just for the message, but it means a bop.
Y'all get on my nerves.
But yeah, I want to crip walk right now.
Oh, God.
I know he's the blood.
With the hard bottom shoes, nigga. The hard bottom shoes, nigga.
I'm not
but
from
you
LA.
said it was featuring Nipsey, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not from LA, so I don't, but crip walk is what I know. But Trump. YG, like I said, is one of the main hip hop artists to speak out against Trump. So I wasn't surprised at his stance when he found out that the fan was like, "No, I'm not doing that."
I think he felt challenged. Like, how dare you at my show
not do
what I say?
And you know what I represent.
And I think old boy had the same energy.
Like I'm at your show. I paid my money. I'm not saying it.
And I think he wanted to challenge him as well. Because come on now, I don't really think you can. Well, you might, but I don't know if you could be a Trump supporter and go to a YG show.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, so who are you there with? Like,
right. I think he wanted to challenge him too. That's why he was like, no, I'm not saying it.
So they investigating YG now though behind this. But you know how to be the Secret Service and everybody's a threat. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have some type of posing figure towards the president, they'll pull up. I mean, they go as far as pulling up at you. At your children's school and, searching lockers. Like, they can get really out of hand with the shit.
I just feel like, Trump kicked people out of his damn conferences and stuff all the time. Number one. Number two, I just feel like Trump is a high-risk president for assassination.
He's a high-risk everything.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep it a buck. So, and he did the same thing with Eminem. He said something about his daughter, and they interviewed him. And now you got YG. They just know he's at high risk for assassination. But
that's not a disclaimer. But
I disagree.
I don't fuck with him, but I ain't gonna say all that shit though.
Well, look,
who would do it?
I mean,
who would do it?
At the same time, it's a song that been out. Like, so it's not like, oh, y'all just heard about this song. Y'all been heard about this.
This is a temper
song,
tantrum.
Bro. Yeah, like, come on, bro.
That's all it is.
I think they're just using it as
an
like
example.
I said, example. Let's make an example out of him.
This is a reflection of the Democratic Party. The tolerant left is what they call it. So they're basically trying to say this is democratic behavior.
Because they cancel what's that white lady name? Kathy Griffin that made the they had like Donald Trump head. They straight cancel her. Like
but she's still doing her thing.
Yeah, she's doing her shows, but it's like they on her head.
Oh yeah, they was on her head for that shit.
Like, you can't say nothing about this president. But my thing is, like, let's not get it twisted. Y'all don't want us to say nothing about Trump, but I know y'all saying shit about damn Obama. Just on the simple fact, regardless if you liked him or not, he a nigga. Come on, bro.
Trump was one of the main ones that was talking shit about Obama during his pregnancy.
Come on, dog.
I mean, during his term.
It's not me this episode.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh man.
But Trump was one of the main ones that was anti-Obama in the whole administration. I mean, he was saying the guy was Muslim and you know what I'm saying?
Not
just
from America.
Doing everything to discredit Obama. So now that he's getting that,
it's just a song.
It's an issue. And I'm sorry, but we are in America. What happened to the First Amendment?
It applies to some, not all.
Exactly.
Say that again.
I know in the hip hop world, it's always, especially when it comes to anything dealing with, political or just, social injustice, hip hop has been that platform to speak out.
Right.
Yeah.
So it ain't finna stop now, especially when this fool is in office.
But Brother Noomsy, you know what they got? The complexion.
For the protection, for the collection. Yes, sir, they do. If you don't know what that is, that's one of my terms that I like to use.
Do it. Come on.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
It's all about that white privilege. You know what I'm saying? They got that skin that wins.
That skin
You know what I'm saying?
that
The
wins.
complexion for the protection for the collection.
How you do?
You know what I'm saying? If you see a black homeless man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say that's a common thing, but your reaction is different from when you see a white homeless person. You know what I'm saying?
No, when I see a white homeless person, I think drugs.
No.
I'm sorry. I think
What
heroin.
do you
I think meth. I think all that.
I think what a waste of white skin. That's what I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're using your white skin right. You know what I'm saying? Why are you homeless? If I was white, I would never be homeless.
Shit.
Well, you can't really, because white people look down on white trash. The higher up white people, they look down on those who are considered white trash. The trailer parks, the homeless, the drug
depends
addicts.
on the area.
Yeah, they look down on that shit too.
But I mean, it just makes me sad when I see them. I mean, I start crying because it's like I say, I don't think you're using your complexion right.
I was like, where you go when you start crying?
Waste of white skin. Like, what are you doing? Why are you out here? Like, you don't. This is not supposed to be happening.
I feel like they can fall under the same struggles and the same success as black people. So when I see them, I'm like, that heroin, man. That heroin. It's a terrible drug, heroin. that heroin.
Yeah. But speaking of heroin or heroin,
Dude, shut up.
I know y'all been watching Power.
We sure have.
Mid-season finale coming up.
Disappear, right?
Shit crazy.
I want to know y'all predictions right now. Who dying?
Everybody.
Who dying next? This is the mid-season finale. So what we got?
5 more.
5 more?
I think it's 15 episodes.
15. Okay.
I think.
Tasha killed Lakeisha. Everybody should know that by now. So if I spoiled it, damn it, you late. I'm sorry.
Smart alert.
Hey, I don't care. You should have been watching.
Support.
But yeah, Keisha's gone. Proctor's gone.
The lawyer, bro. Killed the lawyer. Damn.
The Connect gone. Yeah. Who next?
I know who I need to be next. Sax gotta go.
Sax supposed to be that.
Yeah.
Sax gotta go.
When they busted in there, when he was beating his meat, he was supposed to die in.
That's disgusting.
Oh,
I'm glad I missed it. Because on the episode, all I saw was him jump up. So
This
I'm
nigga
glad
still
I missed
alive
that
after beating his
completely.
meat? What's going on?
Yeah. No.
He should be dead after that. I don't know, man.
Dre got to go.
Dre had to go.
Dre does have to go.
Dre irritates me so bad. His little arrogant ass walk, and you a whole snitch out here. Like he yeah. The product gonna be here. Just wait for my call, man.
His nose bothers me. I ain't gonna lie. His nose bothers me.
He got a strong nose.
Yeah,
that nigga knows a lot. But
I'm done.
And now you know who in a fucking way though.
This nigga knows
Tyreek, bro.
Tariq should have been put across somebody's knee and had his ass beat.
I don't know if y'all watched the last episode, but the whole shit when he was telling Ghost like the next time you touch my arms, I will kill you. I'm like, yo, this is a show. Because first of all, I'd be damn my son gonna talk to me like that. I'll whoop your ass.
Yeah,
got me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got me all the way fucked up.
But I think a lot of why Tariq talks or deals with Ghost in that way is because he knows that he's Ghost Achilles' heel in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Like,
I really
come on,
son.
he said that right after Tasha, he just got mushed and the finger put in her face. I was like, Tariq, you might want to zip it, lock it, pocket, because your dad will drape you up.
But I think he don't respect him because I think the episode before that he put the gun in his face.
Yep.
And was like, little nigga, you want my son? Like, but
facts.
It's
that was fact. If he wanted his son, he'd be dead.
Yeah, he would be dead.
He's done a lot of cap shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I think I got Tasha dying. I think Tasha's gonna die.
You think Tasha's going to die, or do you want her to die?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, I want her to die.
Way too.
Yeah, she's really getting on my nerves. Like when he mushed her in the forehead, I laughed. Like I thought that shit was funny because.
It's just funny. That's the number one thing y'all bringing up. But beforehand, he choked the shit out of her.
Right.
Fuck the mush. He choked the shit out of her.
Showing her
yeah, he was. He bruised her arm. He did all that shit. But that part was just the ice on the cake. I was like, yeah, nigga, push her.
Man, fucked up.
She looked terrible. She looked truly scared. Like,
yeah, the fact that she is teaching their son the game, it brings me back to my point from the beginning. The first episode, Ghost was trying to get out of that life. She's the main one. I like everything the way it is, baby. Keep it the way it is, baby. And I'm like, no. This man is trying to go legit. And everybody talking, she ride or die. She ride or die. Won't ride with it. No. Tasha
so
is
you think it's a
to...
violation that she's teaching Tariq the game?
Most definitely.
Yeah, I think
so. What was she supposed to do?
Not that. I mean, and the fact that
because I feel where she's coming from when she says, "Ghost, you're trying to make your son do something that he has already checked out and said over and over and over and over again."
But do you have to support it though?
Right. She's basically.
Just wash your hands with your child. Then at that point,
because he's gonna do
that. He's doing it anyway. So I guess it's one of those situations where it's like, hey, at least he's doing it with me, so I know he's doing it the right way. Like, it doesn't excuse it, but at least I know I have my eye on you a little bit more than you going out in the street and doing it with somebody who does not care about you. I'm at least your mother. I'm going to look out for you.
Yeah. And they're going to show you how to do it.
Yeah, I get where she's coming from on it. And Ghost still has it in his head that he can turn his son around and he's still doing what he's doing.
She's been this
Ghost has been given so many passes, period. He has been acting like a civilian, but he's still in the streets. And he's snitching too. He's a snitch.
Yeah, all of them snitch. All of them snitch. All of them sorry. All of them trash. You know what I'm saying?
But Tasha's trash got to be done.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna go with the least trash person. And I think, and like I said, I just think Tasha, man, she's really she's in way over her head with the people she's dealing with.
I'm Team Tommy.
Tommy is a G.
I'm Team Tommy.
Tommy is a G.
He's crazy as hell, but
he is crazy.
I like
as
Tommy
cat
the
shit.
character.
He real.
He is crazy as cat shit.
Crazy as cat shit.
Because you tried to throw that in there, and I caught it.
I was talking about the show.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like I said, each episode is getting better and better, as it always is. But I mean, I really want to see how this spinoff is going to be. I definitely think it's going to be centering around Tariq. So I don't have him dying.
I hope not.
But I don't really know what's going to happen with Ghost and Tommy. I don't know who going to take out who. If it comes to that, somebody go to jail. I can't foresee it just yet. But my pick right now, I think Tasha's going to go.
I'm interested to see what this week Sunday's episode is gonna be around, because I don't understand. Like, I felt like it was real cheesy when the prosecutor Saxon, I forgot the other chick's name, came in to question Tasha.
Oh yeah, the chick,
and she was like, "Well, if I were Ghost, I probably would put, on the parking garage on the 5th floor." It was just real cheesy.
How she know that? Because I thought she was looking for the nigga and couldn't find him.
The whole time,
so now
she's been looking for it. Now you know the exact location.
Come on, bro.
She trusting Saxon.
That's why I didn't understand why she even said that to begin with.
Yeah, she gotta die too because she sounds stopped up.
I think they just ready for this season to be over with, bro. Because that joint did not make sense.
Don't none of this make sense.
It don't make sense.
It's entertaining, but it don't make sense.
Number reason why I don't watch TV. Shit don't make sense.
Yeah.
But you said you watch Love and Hip Hop.
Back in the day.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought
recently. No, I really don't, y'all. But y'all did get me. I did catch that last episode, and I guess I watched the next one.
What, Power?
Yeah, please do.
Power cool, but
I was an Empire girl.
My joint is Snowfall. I wait for Snowfall to come.
I ain't started watching first season and I did not finish it.
Snowfall is about actually what happened with the drugs in California, like real life.
It sucks they didn't actually use the person who it was based off.
Yeah.
I gotta get on that.
It's a little more realistic than Power.
Snowfall is okay, but I stopped after.
What is it with all these shows in the drug game? Like, is they trying to really get the feds in on what's going on? Like,
and they already know.
They
planted
instrumental in perpetuating the drug game. So.
They put it here for us.
Yeah, crime drama always it always sells.
It pays a lot of their bills.
It's nothing new. It's something that's been around for a long time, but it's definitely you seeing more urban crime dramas. But it makes for good TV.
Godfather Harlem.
Yeah, it's a lot of shows. So, but like I said, if all you Power fans, tune in and we'll see what happens. But I'm glad they got Joe back on the theme song. So,
okay, before we transition to the next topic, I love Joe. I love the original theme song, but I actually started to like Trey Songz version.
We're not going to delight in that. Shout out to Trey, but don't ever replace Joe. No, don't ever replace Joe.
Even though, like he said, he was trying to give us new music for the new spinoff Power Book 2.
That's just saying
you could have saved it for that then.
Yeah.
So just don't bring it in for Power Book 1.
Yeah,
I can feel that.
Joe on there, man. Some things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Before we get out of here, though, we definitely got to shoot this message out here, man. Elections coming up Tuesday.
November 5th.
November 5th. Get out to the polls.
Right.
It ain't my business who you voting for. Just get your ass out there and vote. Wake up. You know what I'm saying? Whether you do it in the morning or whether you wait till you get off work. I think they open till about 7? 7 o'clock. So you got time. Make sure you get out there and exercise your right. It's very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. Very important. If we want to see change, especially the change that we're trying to see with, getting Trump up out of there, it starts with these type of moves and making sure that we're present and we're exercising our right. So,
facts.
And more information on the candidates in your district, everybody go to elections.virginia.gov, because a lot of people, we get caught up in the advertisements, like who we hear on the radio or whose sign we see. No. See who's running in your district, read their bio, see what they fighting for, and cast your vote off of that. Don't just go off the advertisement.
Vote for your interests.
Right. Do your due diligence and vote for your interests and, interest. And, that's it. We all going to be out there, so. You might see us, but
top reporting live.
You know what I'm saying?
Say what's up.
No pictures.
At different locations.
No pictures, please.
Different locations. Ain't none of y'all in mine.
No pictures, please.
I am, bitch.
Well, yeah, we
are.
Before we get out of here, man, we got to shout out to our sponsor, Raw Audio. Shout out to the team, DR3. Shout out to Ross, DJ. You know what I'm saying? Our editor,
the camera,
Kilo, everybody behind the scenes making us look good and do what they doing. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, I'm IV.
Your girl Crown Vic.
Just Doug.
Love Jamie.
And DK.
And we are the Top Podcast. In a minute.
Here.
Truly opinionated, we do it for the culture. A group of minds came in combined and put some thoughts in order. A platform is all we need, it be so filterless. Say what's on your mind, put it all in line. Your own perspective, living legends all in one room. It be so effortless, build it up like it's Tetris. Come with knowledge, so let us in. We doing it straight from the soul. That's how we feeling it, killing in every category. This would be the testimony. A lot of truth with just as many opinions. So prolific a vision, you won't forget it. We over top of the gimmicks, the side of something new. This for our city ain't stopping until we reach our pinnacle. We got a lot to do, been breaking through, you know what we on. All gas, no brakes, what it takes. Let's set the stage to be great. This is the top for the day. You will see nothing better, beginning of something special. We reaching another level, we pushing forward together. Everybody got ambitions, you know. We on the rise with the top, yeah you know. I said what? Everybody got ambitions, you know. We on the rise with the top, yeah you know. Everybody got ambitions, you know. We on the rise with the top, yeah, you know. And you know, and say what? Everybody got ambitions, you know. We on the rise with the top, yeah, you know. Yeah, you know. Truly opinionated.